Hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. Today is April 21st, 2022, and for the mountains of Colorado, that means this is my first ride of 2022. The weather's finally cooperated. It's been cold and windy. We had some snow, 2 weeks ago? But the things are changing and starting to look like spring finally. So today's the first day I have fired up the Beta 500 RRS since November, when I did my 1-year review videos. And I had it sitting on a battery tender all through the winter, and it fired right up. It didn't even take an extra second from usual. It just fired right up. So today I'm on Forest Road 322, and I believe this is going to take me to a place called Palmer Reservoir. So I expect to see some water here at the end of this, and I'm excited. And it's a beautiful day. It's about 55-56 degrees. It's a little bit on the breezy side, but it's really not too bad once you get in these trees like this. But I know in town it was pretty windy. Today I'm actually doing a dual sport ride, and what I mean by that is I left the house on the bike. I didn't load it up in the truck and haul it out here. I rode from the house. It was really only going to save me maybe 20 miles. So it didn't seem worth it to me to drive 20 miles in the truck, go through the time to unload the bike, load the bike, do all that stuff just to save 20 miles. So I just rode from the house. And that was one of the things I really liked about this bike, and what kind of drew me to it in the beginning was it was going to be road legal, so I can ride it through town and get out into this stuff. So I hope everybody's winter was good. Mine was good and mellow, not very exciting, which is just the way I like it. Anybody get any new bikes? I've had a few comments from people on my videos through the winter of people talking about, oh, I'm thinking about getting this bike, or I'm planning on getting this bike, or I pre-ordered this bike. And I love reading that. That's cool. So if anybody got a new bike over the winter, I don't even care what kind. Could even be a road bike. But if you got one over the winter that's new to you, let me know. Write me a comment and say, hey, I got this winter. And maybe tell me where you ride. I'm here in Colorado. Those of you who have watched very many of my videos know southern Colorado. Outside of Colorado Springs, I live in Colorado Springs. And I have lots of easy access to these sort of places where I'm at today. And it is beautiful out here today, guys. I know I already mentioned it, but I can smell the pine trees. It is just wonderful. It smells like wood and a little bit of dust. And it's just spectacular. I'm just absolutely having a great time here. A lot of little turns here that don't have signs. Got to make sure I go the right way. I think so. Got my little Co-Trex app out. It's not even showing those little split offs, so must not go very far. I'm happy to report that I didn't gain any weight over the winter. Even though I did a lot of sitting around the house. That's the beauty of my job and stuff right now. I only work at my job 3 days a week. And the wife and I are still working on that little online business that's still growing. It's doing better. We're taking it slow, mostly because we're still learning as we go. But we've been really happy to have this side hustle, some sort of secondary source of income. that will work while we're asleep, while we're on vacation, and after we retire. Excited about that, still working that, but what it does is that it frees me up to only have to go to a job 3 days a week. So I like that. Like today, it's Thursday, middle of the day, it's like noon, middle afternoon. Oh no, it's almost 1, huh? But I love being able to come out and do that on these weekdays like this because it's not as crowded. Dodged a lot of Jeep Wranglers on the way up here, but I haven't seen anybody on this little road yet. This is such a pretty place, such a pretty ride. A few rough spots. It's a road, so they only want licensed vehicles down here, but man, a lot of this would be fine, but there's been a few rocky places I've gone through that I don't think my truck would make it. Yeah, my truck wouldn't come down this. Neither would my wife's Jeep. Because it's not a Wrangler, it's not lifted, it's just a little Compass, but there's no way it would handle that stuff. The bike, on the other hand, other than it's fairly steep downhill, the bike just rolls right through it, but maintaining, controlling my speed, this gravel's pretty loose. One little nitpick about this bike is the rear brake is not very responsive. What I mean by that is it's either not doing a whole lot or it goes into full lockup. Shows the end of my road on the app. So let's see what we got up here. It's showing some water on the phone here, so we just might be about there. Definitely marshy, weedy plants down here. So whatever it is, a lot of water hangs around. Yeah, there's some water down in here. Hey, look, there's a reservoir. Very cool. Apparently, this is where the road ends.
So when I got to the end of this road here, I got the drone out and I tried to program a pre-planned flight on it to have it fly around the reservoir and show you some cool cinematic footage. But apparently I sent it too far and it promptly flew into a tree, crashed really hard, and I broke the camera on it. Not so much the camera itself, but the gimbal that the camera sits on. What you're seeing right now is a little test flight I did after it crashed. And the camera just kind of hangs there. I can't control it. I can't point it at the ground. I can't point it up at the sky. And it's got all jittery and jiggly because it just hangs there. So moving forward, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that drone. But what you're seeing right now is me getting my phone out and doing some filming of the area because I wanted to show you the reservoir. It was pretty and it was cool. But yeah, the drone I think is probably kaput. Which is a bummer because I've only had it for a year. I got it a year ago this month and I was still figuring out how to fly it, and obviously I figured out the hard way. To have it fixed is probably not a good option simply because it came from China. I'd have to send it to China, and I bet the shipping costs, even if it was covered under warranty, which I don't believe it is, but even if the repair was actually free, I'm betting the shipping cost there and back is probably going to cost me as much as buying a new drone. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. If you guys happen to know anything about how to fix a drone camera, if you know any place I can send it to, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, it's probably going to have to wait until I get a new drone.
Well, that's a pretty spot. I like that. Pretty ride to get up here too, but I got stuck in this rut. I'm really disappointed that my drone crashed though, but that's my own fault. So I don't have anybody to blame but myself. So anyways, guys, I would call this first ride of the year a success for me. No crash, not yet. I got a ways to go yet to get out of here, but this really isn't that bad. This is pretty wide. Just a few little rocky places that are full of ruts and things, but nothing too bad. Hope you guys had a good winter. And I'm excited to be able to get out and do this on a more regular basis. Try and bring you some beautiful scenery. I sure felt like today was beautiful, that's for sure. Yep, good place for a ride. I'm gonna have to do this one again sometime, just for the sheer beauty of it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.